y'all see that? Did y'all see that? That drop just landed straight on my nose. It's crazy. Anyway, hello everybody. Do you see this? It's all over my face. Today has been crazy. So I know I promised y'all I was going to get y'all this video either last night or this morning, but none of that worked out because it's just been so hectic. We had 3 birthday parties to go to today, and we ended up only getting to go to 1, but I prepped for all 3, which means I went shopping for all 3 of them, but only got to go to 1 because the sky decided to fall and it was raining cats and dogs outside. So we didn't get to go to 2 of them, but we did get to go to 1. So nonetheless, it's just been crazy, and I'm so sorry, but I did not get to get this video done until right now. So here it is, guys. Top 10 ways to tell you are not getting enough fat, and my top 10 ways to get more fat. Okay, so number 1, you will feel fatigued. You will feel so tired and just like you haven't slept in days. You don't have any energy, no way of dealing with life. You just want to go to sleep and sleep all day. That is a sign you're not getting enough fat in your diet. Another way is you will not be able to control your body temperature. So like me wearing this tank top right now, I would be absolutely freezing cold. My feet and my hands would feel super cold, which like rarely happens for me. I'm always like sweating, dripping hot all the time, which I've learned to embrace because the more sweat you drip, the more fat you're losing. So, but anywho, if you're not getting enough fat in your diet, you're going to be cold all the time, okay? Another way to tell is your hair, which my hair is not a good example right now because we've been doing a lot of swimming pool time, and oh my gosh, it looks awful. And maybe I'm not getting enough fat in my diet. Who knows? But anywho, your hair will be super, super, super dry. And so will your skin. I experienced this a lot. Sorry, guys. I saw this tangle and it's going to mess with me until I get it out. So I had this problem a whole lot in the beginning of keto eating, where like my skin was just like flaking off. You might see on my nose because I have a wee bit of a sunburn, and my skin's flaking a little bit on my nose. Well, that's how it was like everywhere, like right here really bad, on my legs it was just flaking, which made it like really awful looking. Like your skin and your hair will look like straw. Not like mine's dry because we've been going to the pool like so much the past few days, so mine's super dry. And y'all see how dry it is? Girl, this is not even in comparison to how dry it would be if you're not getting enough fat. Because I also had that issue where my hair just literally looked like 5 times worse than what it looks now. And it's looking pretty bad right now. I need to do like a conditioner treatment. Another thing is you will be super, super moody. You will be angry. You will be... what's the word I'm looking for? Irritable. You're going to be irritable. You're going to be cranky. You're just like not going to want to be around anybody. Your mood, it's going to be like way off. Or you're going to be super emotional and, you know, crying a lot. It's almost equivalent to PMS. You'll be depressed. You'll have anxiety. All these things. If you're feeling off, it's probably because you're not getting enough fat in your diet. Hungry. You will be so hungry, like you'll eat something and then within like 10 minutes you're hungry again. The reason why is because you need more fat. Okay? You're stalling. Your weight hasn't gone anywhere. Like you've been stuck at the same weight for like more than a month. Okay, so if you're stuck, like you will stall. There will be times that you stall and you'll go through a big flush and all that. So don't freak out too much about that. But if you're stalling for like more than 2 months, it's probably because you're not getting enough fat. Let's see. You'll feel very overwhelmed in crowded places. You go to a birthday party and there's like kids running around everywhere, and you're like, I've got to get out of here. Okay, I just gotta go. If that's happening, it's probably because you didn't eat enough fat. Like if you go to the zoo or to even the grocery store, and there's a lot of people in the grocery store, and you are like, Lord help me, I'm gonna need a therapist when I leave here. That's a sign that you're not getting enough fat. Your memory is off. Like you're forgetting things more frequently than what you're used to. I have terrible memory, so, but I do notice that if I'm not eating enough fat, that my memory is even worse. Like I will just straight up forget things. Like say I had to be somewhere at a certain time, and I knew about this and I knew about it all week long, and then just the day of, I'm like, look at the clock and it's like 45 minutes past time when I was supposed to be there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I forgot that. That's a sign. Achy joints, your fingers, your elbows, your knees. Oh, my knees are the worst when I'm lacking fat. Your ankles, you're getting cramps. Your joints are just gonna hurt so badly, and that is from the inflammation. Your hormones. This is number 10, guys. Your hormones will be off. So, I have hyperthyroidism, and I go to the doctor and get my thyroid checked, and on that it will tell me like if my hormones are off or not. There's other ways of telling this, like you will be emotional, you'll be cranky, the things I listed that were, I think, number 4, moodiness, yeah, and number 7, being overwhelmed, your anxiety, your depression, all that stuff will be off. That is usually a sign your hormones are off, and your hormones being off is a sign that you're not eating enough fat. So, also that can make you, your period stall, like you're not getting a period. I mean, if you're a woman, you know, you're not getting your period when you're supposed to. That goes along with your hormones being off. Okay, so that is my top 10. I have experienced those my dang self, signs that you're not getting enough fat. Now, here are my top 10 ways to get more fat in your diet. This is eating, guys. Just ways to eat more fat. I believe there are like fat supplements you can take, and that is one I'm going to talk about, the MCT oil. I haven't gotten any yet, but I hear it's thebomb.com, and I hear that you can mix it with stuff like mayonnaise and salad dressing, or you can just take it straight up, and it is loaded with good fats. But I also hear that if you take too much of it, it will be like a cleanser, if you know what I'm saying. It's gonna clean you out, and you probably don't want to do that. So that is number 1, is the MCT oil. I'm gonna try to get me some of that and see, because some days I feel like I'm lacking like the good fats that I need. And that MCT oil, from what I hear, it's on point. Okay, I haven't tried it yet myself, and that's the only thing on this list that I have not yet tried. That's just because I'm having a very hard time finding it in stores. But when I do find it in stores, I will let y'all know which store. And if I don't find it in stores, I will let you know where I ordered it from. Okay, so number 2, bacon grease. So in the morning, you make you some good old bacon, and when you're done, you throw out the grease, right? Wrong. Don't throw out the grease. Put your eggs up in that grease and stir it up in that grease, and that's a good way to get fat early in the morning. Some good fat from that bacon. Bacon grease is great. Fat bombs. You may have seen, I don't know if I've made more than one fat bomb video, but if not, I'll have more coming up. But The fat bombs I made last that were like almond joys, well, I'm gonna tell you guys, those things were the bomb.com. Those things were the best fat bombs I have ever tasted in my life, and I will probably make those again real soon. Fat bombs, they are great for getting it. If you want some more fat bomb recipes, leave a comment below and I will make more fat bomb videos for y'all. Maybe I'll make like a top 5 fat bomb video or something like that. Another way you can do it is your bulletproof coffee, blending coconut oil, butter, grass-fed butter, or Smart Choice butter, or whatever whole butter you can get your hands on. I don't discriminate. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to buy the most high dollar butter, because girl, let me tell you, some days I can't afford it either, and I just get the butter I can't afford. That's how I discovered that HEB whipped butter. I read the back of it. I read the ingredients. Sorry guys, I had an itch in my nose. I read the ingredients and everything, and it was like good ingredients, like all things I could recognize, no chemicals. And so I got it. And let me tell y'all, that whipped butter from HEB, it's so good, and it's not that expensive. But anywho, so you get butter and you get coconut. You can get refined or unrefined. Some prefer unrefined because it has a sweeter taste to it. I get refined because I cook with it, so therefore I like to get the high temp one, and that's the difference. The unrefined is for low temp and the refined is for high temp. So anywho, when you're making your bulletproof coffee, you get unrefined or refined coconut oil, and you get your butter, and you blend it with your coffee, some heavy whip, and some stevia or not stevia, depending on if you like it sweet or not. You blend all that together, and right there you're getting a buttload of fat from the coconut oil, from the butter, and from the heavy whip. It's great. Now, if you do not like coffee, make yourself some hot cocoa. You get you some water, you put some cocoa powder up in there, and you do the same thing. You blend it with coconut oil, butter, and stevia if you want. Now, if you don't even like hot cocoa, sorry, I had a mind blank, brain fart, whatever you want to call it. If you don't even like that, which who doesn't like hot cocoa? Come on. But if you don't, no hate, just get you some tea. If you don't like tea, get you some hot water. Whatever you want to do, that's how you do it. Also, number 5 is what we're on, I believe. Yes. High quality, high fat meat. So, if you can afford it, and if you can get your hands on some grass-fed meat, some good quality of meat, by all means do that, because that's going to be your best bet. Now, however, if you cannot get your hands on high quality meat, try to at least be conscious of the ingredients, because a lot of low quality meats, especially if they're high in fat, will have a lot of chemicals and things in the meat that you're not going to want. So you want to just try your best. I mean, we're all just doing our best, guys, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you have to have the highest dollar meat for this to work, because let me tell you something, I've gotten cheap meat and I've lost weight. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, so yeah, just do what you can afford, guys. But if you can afford the high quality meat, do it. Get you some high quality, high fat meat. But high fat meat is great. Just be really conscious about the ingredients. Okay? Okay, so number 6, coconut milk and or heavy whipping cream. Heavy whipping cream has so much good fats and so much nothing else, and which is great. This is exactly what you're wanting. Coconut milk, again, has a lot of high fats in it. And I mean, if you make you some keto cereal, or if you just want a cup of milk, you just make you a little cup of that coconut milk or heavy whipping cream, and booyah, grandma, you have a lot of fat already just by drinking a little bit. And hey, if you want to, you could probably make your hot cocoa with those things. Yeah? Yes. Or you could just make some warm milk or whatever you want to do, and you could have some bulletproof milk, whatever. But coconut milk and heavy whipping cream, those are amazing sources of fat. Number 7 is going to be avocados. And who doesn't like avocados? I know there's probably some people out there, because I actually have a friend that does not like avocados. No matter how much I try to convince her, they're amazing. But anyway, so avocados, you can have guacamole, you can put avocados on your eggs, you can put avocados on your salads every single day. You can eat just avocado by itself, sprinkle a little Himalayan salt on it, and it's delicious. Avocados, they are a good source of fat, great source of fat, high, good fat. So that's what you're looking for. Number 8, coconut and olive oil. Ditch the vegetable oil and get yourself some coconut and olive oil, or any other oil that you see is in a glass container and not a plastic container. The glass containers are usually the ones with the higher fats. I know that is so strange, but I noticed that when I was at the grocery store. I was like, this is something to take note of. And maybe that was just something I noticed that might not even be true. But look on the back of your oils, and whichever ones have the highest amount of fats, that's the one you want to go with. Some seed oils have good amounts of fats and low carbs, but I go with coconut oil and olive oil. Those have been my favorite ones to go with. They're tasty. Olive oil, you can put it on a salad. Just sprinkle it on a salad and it's good. You know what I'm saying? Coconut oil, you could probably do the same too. I just haven't tried it yet myself. But olive oil and coconut oil, you can add those to just about anything. You can make your fat bombs with coconut oil. You can make your ice cream with coconut oil, and it's going to, excuse me, I had a silent burp. Anyways, it's going to make your ice cream solidify and add that good amount of fat that you're going to want. And it's just yummy. I mean, you can even take a shot of coconut oil by itself, or olive oil, whatever you want to do. I mean, if that's what you're wanting to do, you could. Grass-fed butter. Grass-fed butter is like your best bet of butter, okay? Now, if you are strapped for cash or what have you, I noticed that Smart Choice butter has a high content of fat as well. The H-E-B brand whipped butter has a high content of fat as well. I don't know about every other store brand butter, whipped butter, or what brand whipped butter. I don't know. I just know the H-E-B brand was good, like deliciously good, and was good on fat content. Sorry, I keep having to lean up. I'm trying to keep my computer screen open so that y'all have a good light on my beautiful face. Okay, so we're almost to the end of our list, guys. Fatty snacks. Number 9, fatty snacks. Oh my gosh, this is so important. Like, if you are wanting to snack, like you're hungry and you just want to snack, you don't want to make yourself a full course meal, get yourself some like olives. Olives have great amount of fat and are like less than a gram of carbs per serving, which is almost like a half a jar of olives is a serving of olives. And they have so much good fat. Pepperoni. What else? Some cheeses have a high fat content. Pork rinds, high fat seeds and nuts. These are all good examples of high fat snacks that will help you get your fat in. Oh wait, that was number 10, wasn't it? So that was number 10, so we're done. Well, what really happened was on my list, I put MCT oil as number 10. Can y'all see this? But I said it first, so I was trying to count down like that. But anyway, yeah, there it is. I gave you 10 examples of how to get more fat into your diet. And I gave you 10 examples of how to tell when you're not getting enough fat in your diet. And I really hope this helped you guys. I have gotten people emailing me a few questions about that, and so I thought that I would just make a video about it and share it with you guys and share it with those guys and share it with everybody so that maybe it helps you. If y'all have any more questions or any other type of videos y'all would like me to do like this, where I give you top 10s or top 5s or whatever it is that you're wanting to see, just let me know. Leave a comment below. And if you want to see more of this beautiful face, hit that subscribe button. It's somewhere around there. And if you're already subscribed, hit that little bell and you'll get a notification every single time I post a new video. How cool is that? Bye, guys.